here's the funny thing. I never played Sonic and the Secret Rings. Actually, I did. I got it. I ordered it from the library, and when I played it, I immediately was like, I'd played the Black Knight, and I thought, wow, this kicks ass. And then I started playing Secret Rings, and I was like, what is this shit? Why do I gotta tilt the remote to turn? What the fuck? But yeah, we haven't. I haven't been playing Seven Rings. Actually, I did. I was playing Sonic and the Secret Rings Reignition remake, and I was just like, holy hell, this thing, it's impossible to control, dude. Holy shit. Makes me wonder how I beat it. Black Ring, if the Black Knight's even anywhere close to the movement and style of gameplay here, I don't know how I beat that as a kid. But anyway, but I haven't been playing that. I've been playing a lot of Styx, Blades of Greed. It just came out, and I must say, dude, might be one of the greatest stealth games I've ever played. Just because it just fundamentally just does every single thing I want to do, and it just does it. There's no bullshit. There's no padding around or anything. It just does exactly what you want. Now there's tons of issues, but they're all namely just from the fact that it's from a cheap developer and using a cheap engine, which is Unreal Engine 5. It's kind of crazy that the most thoroughly used engine and one of the most hard to license engine, I don't know. It's like most thoroughly used. It's like the most like technologically advanced engine, and it's the biggest piece of shit on the market right now, in my opinion. I mean, holy hell, dude! When I opened up Styx Blades of Greed, I was just like, dude, this is the worst anti-aliasing I've ever seen in my life. It was so bad. It's not even just that you get all the terrible ghosting and blur. You also get all the terrible like. It's like you lose depth of the image. It's kind of like watching a YouTube video. Like watch this video and turn it down to 360p, and it's just you get no idea of what you're even looking at. So I had to go into the settings and I had to dick around and turn off anti-aliasing myself, and now I have the worst aliasing ever, because it's not just that they're using the aliasing for the standard practice of just removing jagged edges, the stair jaggeds that come from polygons and whatever. They're using the anti-aliasing for every single effect in the game, dude. And so every single little thing, god rays, particles of everything just breaks because you have to turn this off. And I'm like, dude, I can't play with this turned on. I can't see anything. And it just sickens me that this is the standard. It sickens me that Styx Shards, or was it Master of Shadows, a game that came out in 2014 and literally was using still images for their cutscenes, okay, was managing to have a better like graphics presentation than this 2026 game. And I don't blame Cyanide Studios entirely. Me personally, if I was developing this game, I would have been like, where'd my game go? It's hidden behind like a layer of grease. Somebody put a film of grease over the camera. But still, they're a small studio, and they're in French. In France, France is like a third world country. But no. But it also has like terrible sound effects, like the cutscenes and the voice acting, absolutely god awful. But you push all that aside, you get one of the greatest stealth games ever. For starters, Styx, he just does exactly what you want him to do, like not every single time, but it's usually just if he doesn't do it every single time, it's because you cocked up. You didn't do the right thing. It's not like Assassin's Creed where it's like the whole thrill and the whole joy of Assassin's Creed, and what it should be the whole joy of Assassin's Creed, is the fact that you're this guy who can move and do all this crazy wild shit, right? And you're getting put into an environment with enemies, and now you're going to use all your cool movement abilities, right, to get around them. But no, it's not that. Like, you play the Assassin's Creed parkour game outside of all the encounters where you actually fight enemies, and then when it comes time to actually fight enemies, you're playing a discount hitman, I guess. And I love Assassin's Creed, don't get me wrong, but that's just literally what happens. Like, there's only in very rare instances does your movement ever really help you out. But in Styx, dude, you could get rid of all of his abilities and just have stabbing people and then climbing, and you would already have an amazing game. Just because there's so many the verticality of the levels and how it allows you to, and the new wall running feature that Blades of Greed add, it opens you up in so many fun ways to explore and get stuff. They also have cool tech. You can dash while you're standing into a ledge to immediately hop over it, and then you can go into a double jump so you can get extra height. It's just perfect, dude. there's so many like fun encounters that you have, and it's also it's another great thing is it's not like Dishonored where if you try to save scum it takes 10 years to load. Like no, in Styx acknowledges like that's why I don't blame the developers, because you know I've seen plenty of other Unreal Engine 5 games that take forever to load, but here in Styx you die, you can reload a checkpoint like give or take like 5 seconds. You know, whereas if I'm playing even like Dishonored, like shit, it takes forever to quick load, and it's necessary because like shit, when you're playing a stealth game and you get caught, a lot of the time, that means you're fucked. You're done. It's game over, dude. So you got to restart anyway. So they don't dick around. But another great thing about Styx is because of how the game's designed with your ability to move around and have all these different tools, you can get caught and then still keep on going and playing the game. You can run away from enemies. There's an actual chase element that's pretty satisfying. You can like duck under tables to get away from enemies and hide away from them. And you could summon up a clone, and the clone can die, and he'll set up a noxious cloud that'll like distract the enemies that'll help you get away. You can wall run up a wall to get extra height so that you can then jump down and get an aerial kill. And when you get an aerial kill, it's a regular instantaneous kill, but it's muffled. There's just so many little tiny things that go into the stealth experience that just allow you to have so much fun solving the puzzle that is getting around enemies without being detected while you're playing as a little goblin. Please don't hurt me, I'm a little goblin, I only have 3 hit points. Look that video up, that Styx. But yeah, really good game. Really, really good game. Can't wait to keep playing it. Now it's also a little tiresome because I remember I beat Styx Master of Shadows, and I remember like it gets to this point I feel like in all stealth games where you just kind of get where the game puts you into another level and you're like, holy hell, how am I gonna get around all these guys? Thankfully that problem hasn't occurred for Blades of Greed because the level design, I mean every single area is just stacked in so many different ways to get around foes. You can climb up chimneys. It's just so great, dude. Loving my time with it. I heavily recommend. But yeah, if you're bothered by the anti-aliasing like me, you got to go into the engine.ini file in your app data local, and just go on ChatGPT like I did and look up, hey, this game, Styx Blades of Greed runs on Unreal Engine 5, and all of its settings for disabling stuff starts with R dot. So how would I disable anti-aliasing? Then they'll spit out a little bit of code you can throw at the end of the engine ini file. That's what I did, and turned off anti-aliasing, and it was great. But yeah, heavily recommend. And also check out Sonic, Secret of the Rings, and the Black Knight. Really wholesome games. I mean, even if you've never played them, you're gonna feel nostalgic.